that rejoice at my birth. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify
Hey,
themselves.
cousin, how you doing?
Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous
Good to
cause.
see you, sister.
Yea, let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified, which has pleasure in the prosperity of his servant.
Go tag my
My
brother
tongue
in here because he
shall
ain't
speak
on.
of thy
He ain't on
righteousness
yet.
and of thy praise.
Tag
all
brother
the day long.
Espinosa. Tell him to get on here. Pastor Daniel's on.
All
And if he
right,
can't
all
get
right.
online,
How y'all
then
doing?
you get on 980
About to go live in about 23 minutes.
93.1 FM.
As you come in, man, please hit that like button. Also share this video with everybody. We got it's gonna be a good show today. And if you all coming in late, man, also hit that like, share button. Also, you want to call in to the radio show. The call-in number is 318-221-9802. Y'all call in. There's going to be a special giveaway to the third caller and the fifth caller. So y'all call in once again. That number is 318-221-9802. We finna get ready and go live. So y'all go ahead and tell mama, papa, grandmother, aunt, uncle, and two Negroes that live up the street from all them. We finna go live.
Well, I love Rob. I know we shoot live, but I love these brothers. Rob like Rob say, tell them up the street. Tell them up the street. You don't get no real in there. They know how we is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All right, narrated by it's that time. It's that time.
Getting ready, gentlemen. All right.
Brought to you by Genesis Lawn and Landscape. CDs are available by visiting the website www.scorby.com. All rights granted by Litchfield and Associates.
You know what all churches in Shreveport have in common? It's KOKA, the heart of gospel. Shreveport's #1 gospel station. 980, 93.3. KOKA.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of KOKA, Alpha Media, or its affiliates, but are solely those of the participants on this particular program.
Hello, I'm Pastor Linus May.
And I'm Curtis Ray Davis.
And this is Real Talk Radio.
You are about to experience Real Talk Radio, the show where we discuss the relevant issues of today's changing world. The show where we focus on the concerns of the community at large. The show where we allow you, the listener, to voice your ideas, opinions, and concerns. Real Talk Radio starts now.
Well, good afternoon to our listening audience. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk Radio. Y'all know who I am, the truth teller, Pastor Mays, along with my big brother who I love in the truth, none other than Rob Thomas with Real News Behind the News. Also to that world-renowned bishop who just speak truth to power wherever he's at. We're just going to begin. We know we don't have much time, so we're going to get ready to dive right in it because I want these individuals who is the voice of this community, who has been on the forefront leading the charge, and who has a platform that they have already established in order for you as the listening audience to be able to speak out and speak up on your concerns of this whole community. So with that being said, our topic for today, the hottest thing that's going on right now, is the confirmation of Judge Jackson to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
So, fellas, I want to ask you a question. How do you all feel at this point the nominee is being treated? Whichever one of y'all want to start first.
Well, in this case, you have a black woman being nominated. And first of all, you have to look at the way Joe Biden went about it. He put a lot of this criticism unnecessarily on her, by announcing that she got to be black and she got to be a woman. So that automatically threw those Republicans, into a tailspin. Why I got to be black? Why she got to be black? Why she got to be a woman?
Right.
Now, in a sense, I kind of agree to an extent. Why couldn't it be a black man? But I understand his line of thinking. Well, we kill a couple of minorities with one stone, but it's time for the nation to have a female black judge. We have white female judges.
Right.
So I think that she's being, targeted by malicious smears by these Republicans, but also the Democrats did the same thing somewhat with Judge Kavanaugh. It's just gotten to the point now, everything is so politicized, man, and there's no civility, and they're really going hard in the paint, and I think that she's been treated. I put it like this: they probably wouldn't have treated her this bad if she had been a white female up for that position.
That's right. Your thoughts, Bishop?
I would just like to say greetings to everybody. I'm Pastor Charles Daniel. I would just like to say that this woman, Judge Jackson, has really carried herself with class and dignity throughout this whole process. Right. I don't feel that she's being treated as fair as some other candidates has been treated.
Right.
But regardless of her mistreatment, she has made me proud to be a black man.
I like that.
And I'm grateful. Although I might not agree with all of the ideals and everything that's surrounding the situation, we have to learn to treat life like a buffet.
Right.
Take what you can take, deal with that, and the rest you just don't even worry about. But the fact is, we have to continue to speak truth. And that is, this woman is not being treated fairly.
Right. Right. And then one other thing I want to ask you all, Bishop, both of you all, we are watching the confirmation of her, and the sad reality of it all is, and we being black men on this panel, why is it so hard? Why do we have to prove ourselves as black women and black men 10 times harder than any other race of people? It seems like we have to prove ourselves to be qualified, because what they're saying to her right now, Judge Brown Jackson, what they're saying to her right now is that, listen, we know that you was tough on crime, and I have some reservations. I'm just going to be honest with you about her, not as a black woman. I have some reservations about her as a being married to a Caucasian male.
Okay.
And people marry who they want to marry. I understand that. But my whole thing is that, it just seems to me either you have to be connected to the white power structure or married to it in order for you to elevate to the highest office there are in the land. And so that's just, there's some questions. The role is still out for me on her, but her judicial record is a record of locking African Americans up. And I know she has to do that in order to get the nomination of the Fraternal Order of Policing. There's a certain criteria that America wants you to have. And even when you meet all those standards, still you're going to have those who operate under white supremacy going to say, let's look at the three things that's going to really tear her character down. Let's degrade her as a black woman. Let's degrade her as a black person. Let's do whatever we can. So what are your thoughts on that, Bishop?
My thoughts are simply this. If we know what the enemy's plans are, they should better help us prepare for the battle.
Right.
We know they want to downgrade her. We know they want to discredit her.
Right.
So as black men,
right,
we should stand up for her.
Right.
We may not agree on everything.
Right.
But let's stand up for what we do agree on.
Right.
Yes, she has been tough on crime.
Right.
She has sent I can't say she sent them black men to jail. She a judge. Right. So whatever they did that caused them to get whatever time that was the process of whatever had to happen. I realize that these things are in the mind and at the discretion of the judge sometimes. in most cases.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if we know that they want to discredit her, that they don't want her, that as black men, we should stand up, no matter who she married to.
Right.
But I also understand that a lot of decisions are made in the bedroom and not the courtroom.
Right.
I mean,
and the only reason I brought
this is
that
real
up,
talk, right?
Yeah, this real talk.
Okay.
And only because I want Rob to churn in on this is the only reason I brought that up, and is that being a black woman and a black man, and we're gonna have some people to call in, and knowing our plight as black people,
right,
and what we have endured, it would seem to me now, you will be loyal to those people from whom you've been part of the struggle with. And so that's why, I have some reservation. Oh, she's going to get approved. I'm for her. Trust me, I'm not against our sister moving forward. I don't like the way they are treating her. But the bottom line is I have reservation concerning that. You mean to tell me that you couldn't find a black man that was suitable and fit in order to marry that individual? What are your thoughts on that, Robert? And then I want to come back to Bishop.
Well, we see that type of pattern. I'm sorry. Yeah. We see that type of pattern quite a bit. Notice they don't want a nuclear black family in any position of power.
Man,
high up. Think about it. You got Judge Clarence Thomas on that bitch, but he has a white wife.
Right.
You go back and look at even Barack Obama. They couldn't give us a Negro full-blooded like us. They had to give us a half-breed.
Yeah.
So it's like, it seems that to them, for real, it seems like to them, they have to give us a mild-mannered black person that's palatable to the white community, saying that, well, he's not all that bad, his wife is white, or she's not all that bad, her husband is white. So we can deal with that as opposed to having a James and Florida Evans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's not, they're not all that bad, they're not all that black.
They're not all that black. we can deal with the half that's black, because we got the other half that's white. That's literally, we can really push that white half to talk our agenda and get them to see, get the black half.
And this is why it's so important that we support ourselves. This is why it's so important that we as black men and women stick together.
Right.
It's so important. Now we ain't speaking on nobody who you just, but it's gonna start at home.
Right. Huh? And then let me ask you this.
We afraid of each other.
That's right. Let me ask you this. To tear down the construction of the black family, you must remove the black man.
You got to remove the seed.
And that is allowing our black women to now seek others rather than seeking the strong black man in the family. And I know people gonna call in and probably say, well, a lot of black men's incarcerated. We got to take what we can take.
No, you ain't got to take what you can take.
You got to take what you can take.
All the black men ain't in jail.
There you go.
All the black men don't beat women. All the black men don't leave women. I've been married to the same woman for 14 years. I ain't thinking about now nothing.
There you go.
I got the impression that when a woman says a good man is hard to find, 9 times out of 10 the good men are hiding from them because they always got some baggage with them that makes that man hard to find. I mean,
well, as a preacher, all I got to stand on is the Bible.
Right.
That's the reason you can't get him, because you looking for him. The Bible says he that findeth the wife, not she that findeth the husband.
That's it. And then the bottom line is, the reason I brought that up, because our sisters should know our plight in this community, and we should know they plight. Both of us have been through hell in this country.
But dialogue got to be open.
Yes. See what's happened to us, Bishop, and I'm gonna let y'all do a lot of talking. What's happened to us is that our cultural continuity has been broken.
Come on, mate.
In other words, what has happened to us as a family, and still happening, our family unity and family trust have been broken. We don't trust one another. We'll trust everybody but each other.
Wow.
So now, if you have broken that which holds the family together, and you elevate one over the other, you'll have women saying, I don't need that Negro.
Uh-huh.
I don't need him because I have been justified by the colonial white system that says I am better than you, and not knowing that both of our plights are the same. Now, this is not a downgrade on our sisters,
No.
because there is a difference. And I want to make this clarity right now to whoever's listening. So you won't call back and say that we're down on sisters. No, we're not. What we are saying, there is a difference between a black woman and a black female.
Come on.
That's what we are saying.
Come on.
The black woman knows the struggle of the black man.
And she's concerned.
And she's going to be true to that which is a part of our elevation.
This is true.
But this system says that the only way that you can succeed and be successful, either you got to be like Barack Obama, have a white mama and an African daddy. He disgraced his African daddy that was in Kenya and gave credit to his white mama from Kansas. So the bottom line is that this system of government that is set up is systematically set up that we cannot have a strong black family in a position of authority because we won't be able to control that family.
This is true. Because, again, as a preacher, all I have to stand on is the Bible.
That's it.
How can the enemy overtake the house unless he first bind the strong man?
My Lord.
And what has happened is all our men, our strong men, has been bound. Whether they've been bound by incarceration, deprivation, loss of job, no fair treatment, on parole, can't get a job, find out they on probation, they lose the job that they got. So the fact of the matter is we have come into a place that are disenfranchised the family because the black man has been disenfranchised.
Right. And then you cannot, if there's a black queen, there must be a black king.
Come on, it's called a kingdom, not a queen.
That's it. And you can't look down or put down that which God made first.
Wow. Come again, mate. Say it again.
You cannot do that because the Bible say Adam was created first and then Eve. So I want Robert to turn in because Robert this man's got a wealth of information down in him. I want him to hit in on some of this. We're going to call out the number. Would you do that quickly for us, Bishop?
Again, they call in number KOKA 93.3 FM 980 AM. 221-9802, 318-221-9802. Be our third caller. You can win a meal from Munchies and More. Be our fifth caller, and you can win. I said you can win that award-winning book, Amen, Parenting, Black Parent Advocates by Dr. Umar Johnson.
Well, going back to what you said, you got to realize, let's go briefly take the Willie Lynch letter.
Come on.
Willie Lynch said, if you do these things that I'm about to tell you, faithfully and wholeheartedly, we will have these Negroes indoctrinated for at least 300 years, but maybe 1,000. The main thing that he said, you take the young black man, put it against the old black man, the old black man against the young black man.
Sir.
You take the old black woman against the young black woman against the old black woman. You take the black woman against the black male, put the black male against the black female.
Right.
And if we do this, we'll have these Negroes fighting each other so much
that's what he said,
that they'll only look to us for the solutions. And you can see that indoctrination here today because here we are as black people. We want the police to stop killing us, but we're killing ourselves.
Right.
Think about it. We hate each other so much that we're killing each other, and we're turning to the people who we say are killing us and asking them to help us.
Right.
We got a caller. Have a caller.
Yeah. We have a call on the line. Go ahead, caller. God bless you. All right.
number is 221-9802.
Right. My Lord. My Lord. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Ooh. That's it. That's it. That's it. Me too.
Wow.
Right.
Amen.
That that is it. My Lord. They sure do. And you like I don't mean to cut you off, but right. Right, and I don't mean to cut you off. I got one question I want to ask you. You are exactly right. Just stay on. I got a question I want to ask you as well. How do you feel? How do you feel? I know you explained your position. It's like I was on the panel. How do you feel knowing that the average person that makes it to that pinnacle of success has a black head but attached to a white body? How do you feel about that? Because I'm so glad you laid your whole
Yeah.
history out there and our struggle and what we have been through. That in order to make it in America and throughout the country, there has always have to be white approval. Can you talk about that for a minute? Why do we need white approval in order to make it?
You feed in it.
My Lord, my Lord.
Come on now. Now you're talking.
Woo! That's it there.
Now you're talking.
That is it.
We have to support black.
That's it. My Lord. That's it. Well, we show. Well, we want to thank you. Ooh, yes, that is it. We want to thank you, our sister, and we want to. You said what caller? Because we might need to just give her a book.
318-221-9802. That third caller, you can win a plate, or that fifth caller, you can win a book by Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay. Well, we got another book for you, mother.
Well, we gonna make sure. That's it. Well, we show thank you. We're going to make sure we got other people that are calling. We're going to make sure we want to give you enough time because, sister, you are laying it down on the line. And we're going to make sure that you pick up one of the Black Parenting Advocacy books that we're going to have here at KOKA. We're going to bless you with that because you have been a blessing to those who are listening. And we thank you and God bless you and God love you. Keep calling in and keep doing the wonderful work that you're doing.
I want to say something that she alluded to about the power of our money. Do you know that collectively here in America, Black people in America spend close to $2.5, almost $3 trillion a year? Do you all realize that's more than 20 countries on the planet?
My Lord.
We spend more money than the gross national product of 20 countries put together almost in America. Whoever that is trying to call me, y'all see me on the radio. Stop that. But anyway, now this is what a lot of people don't realize. Going back to it, what I said earlier, they don't want a real Black person like you and like us three.
Right.
They would rather see our people like they had this thing in European history,
right,
where the kings, when they went to a new nation and they conquered that nation, in order to facilitate their agenda, they tried to breed the people of that nation out by allowing them to mix. Because if they went to an African nation, they didn't want all them Africans. They would rather have a light-skinned mulatto than a dark-skinned African person. So we're being indoctrinated to hate our own skin color. If you look at the television now, every show that is geared to us, you got a light-skinned, green-eyed, curly-haired Black dude.
Right.
That's not the normal for us as Black people. You got nappy hair, you know, dark-skinned, they say big lips and big noses. You don't see that anymore. And that's part of the push to, first of all, demasculinize us as men, making us seem effeminate or in most cases homosexual. And it's obvious now. You see what I'm saying? They promote the agenda. There's a 3-part agenda. I'll say this and I'll quit. I mean, a 4-part agenda. Think about this. We've been in America. Only people been in America longer than us are the Native Americans. The white people came in, took this country from the Native Americans, brought us here. We've been here 400 years, and we still a minority. Why is that? Because you push the LGBT agenda, you have black on black crime, you have the prison system, you have abortion. The one thing that all 4 of these agendas have in common is the inability to reproduce your numbers.
That's right.
This is why we are still a minority, and our numbers are going down because 2 men in jail. Y'all do what y'all do in the shower in jail, but you cannot produce a child.
This is
the
true.
LGBT community. This is why they're indoctrinating our children, because they can't reproduce, so they have to recruit.
So let me ask you this, Rob. So it's a deliberately attack in order to, and I want our strong Black sisters out there to know that, hey, we appreciate your contribution that you have made to this country, because there would be no us without you. But what we are saying is that there is a difference between a Black female
and a black woman.
and a black woman. And I just feel, it's hurtful to us as black men and to our sisters out there that know our cause, know what we have went through, know what slavery did to us, know that we are faced with the disconnect of each other for as coming together as a unit and working together. Every other race can get along and work together and do what they need to do that is necessary. We the only race of people that was treated as cargo, brought into the country, stripped of our identity and our cultural continuity, our loyalty system was stripped. So people want to holler all this talk about why our children are in the shape they're in, why we're killing one another the way we're killing one another. Well, I got a question for you right now. You need to talk about in Europe why white folks are killing white folks in Europe. Why are they doing that right now? They're killing one another. A madman, a crazy man, want to expand his territory by any means that is necessary. So we quick to degrade our own people, chawing in on them and saying the bad things that they are doing. Well, listen, compare our history to the history of our Caucasian brothers and sisters, and you won't even come close to the atrocities that has happened and the murders that have happened. We have been the most lawful citizens in this country, and I was disheartened when I saw brother pastor, our sister having to be degraded, even though she have done everything that this system of government has required for her to do.
Well, this is what they do to us.
Yeah, and it's sad. She did what she needed to do as a judge for them. She married a white man for them. She have solidified her position as to be on that Supreme Court. But the way white supremacy and racism work, they say, we don't care if you're the first. We don't care if you did everything we wanted you to do. The problem still is you still a black female. And we have that problem based on your identity. So that is the problem. But one of y'all churn in, because I don't want to keep going on and on and on, but I want y'all to turn in on this.
Caller. We need that third caller. Y'all call in so y'all can win this play. Bunches and more. 318-221-9802. KOKA 980 AM 93.3 FM.
Our time goes so doggone fast, Bishop, but I want Rob to churn in before our other few little minutes go on. We got to get more time because these are hot topics. And Rob, if you would, churn in on that.
I'm going to just say this to kind of expand on what you said about the difference between a black woman and a black female. I believe it's a little bit bigger. I believe that pretty much any black female can be a woman, but it takes that special, elegant person to be a lady.
Right.
There's a difference between a woman and a lady. Right. Any woman can go out there and twerk, go to clubs, or do this, but a lady carries herself in a dignified manner.
Right.
She doesn't lose her composure when challenged, and she basically carries herself in a...
And the reason why we target in on the black female and the black woman, the black female is loyal to the system. The black woman is loyal to her black man and the black struggle for our people. There was, before we go, we got about 1 or 2 more minutes. Before we go, there was a woman by the name of Mary, and she was married to a governor over in Spain. And she had, they was going to get ready to take over that country. The African was coming in to do war against that country. And she made this statement. Her name is Mary. You can look her up. She was married to a governor during that time period. She made a statement like this. She says that, I know I'm loyal to the revolution. She said, but by me being the mistress of the house, she said, y'all want to send someone in to cut the governor's throat. She say, I'll cut it on my way out. That's loyalty. And we got to be loyal to one another. So she said, I'm loyal to the revolution. I'm loyal to my people. And this is what we got to get back to. Being loyal to one another. We have been loyal to everybody else. Hey, thank you guys once again. Our time goes so fast. Man, we want you to tune in once again next Thursday, the same time. We are praying to God that we can get an hour so that we can really get into the root of why we are in the position that we are in. Call KOKA 980 AM 93.3 9:8 a.m. 93.3 on your dial at 221-9802. Sorry, the time has slipped us by. We're going to jump back into this conversation next week. God bless you. God keep you. And we love you.
We love you.
Yeah, that's half
And
hour
it just goes so fast, man.
We just be really ramped up, man.
Sure do. The minute you go to getting into it, it's gone.
Yeah. God is good, though.
318-221-9802. Okay,
Boy, y'all some mad Negroes on this panel here, boy.
Yeah.
Right. There go my sister there. She, oh, boy, y'all some bad Negroes on this panel, yeah. Y'all ain't scared.